One of the emerging popular trends in homeownership these days are tiny houses and the small-scale structures that are becoming all the rage, especially in the mid to northwest of the United States. While the cost of a tiny home is significantly less than a regular house, the cost of insurance is just as much or more than a regular house as well, and most people don't even know what is required to insure a tiny home. Well, intelligent people, I'm going to explain to you how to find insurance for a tiny home. First of all, what is a tiny home? A tiny home is described as a house between 400 and 1,000 square feet in size. When you're looking to insure your tiny home, you want to first ask yourself, how will you use your property? Will you keep it stationary and either live in it or use it as a vacation home? Or are you going to rent it out to some tenants or put it up on Airbnb? Or perhaps you'll use it as a 600 square foot RV and blaze the Oregon Trail. Now, insurance is only required on a tiny house if you have to take the property on the road or if you finance it through another company. So let's say your property is stationary and you want to reside in the home, or it's a vacation home, or if it will be occupied by tenants. You're going to want to ask for a dwelling policy or a manufactured home policy, which is offered by most insurance companies. These policies will basically be dwelling policies that will cover you from the basic causes of loss, such as fire, wind, and vandalism. You will want to check your policy under the section that says perils insured against to know exactly what your policy will protect your tiny house from. Now let's say you want to move your tiny home around from North Carolina to Idaho because you got a new job. You will want to make sure that 1, you let your insurance company know when you're about to move, and 2, you want to make sure you have a temporary transit endorsement on your policy. The temporary transit endorsement will protect your tiny house from when it's being moved across the country. But let's say you want to retire and travel around the good old US of A, living full-time in your tiny home. You will need a recreational vehicle policy which will cover your vehicle when it's parked and also when it's moving on the open road. The RV policies will cover the structure and any personal liability and medical payments needed to be made. The policy will also protect your tiny home from collision damage and provide uninsured and underinsured motorist protection damage as well. Now, most insurance companies won't insure your tiny home if it's not certified by the Recreational Vehicle Industry Association or the National Organization of Alternative Housing. You're going to want to use the Recreational Vehicle Industry Association if your vehicle is going to be used as a mobile home, or you're going to want to use the National Organization of Alternative Housing if it will be stationary for most of the year. Some insurance companies are known for insuring tiny homes, and the most common are Progressive, Foremost, and Mac Insurance. If you found this information helpful, share it with a friend, and thank you for allowing the Insurance Quotient to keep you informed.